Hey guys, Eric here from worshipbanduniversity.com, and today we're going to take a look at how to fade in a track when we start it in the middle somewhere. Now we're going to use the song Ever Be by Bethel Church as an example. Fantastic song, but the intro is actually really long. So I could do a couple different things. In this case, what I want to do is I want to shorten the intro by half because it's just too long for what I need. So we're going to shorten it just like we did the other video. We want to make sure our tracks are all imported. We want to make sure that we have the warp going on. And again, I'm clicking on the track, and I'm going to zoom in down here. And basically what I want to do is I want to see where this track is kind of about halfway before the verse starts. So I'm going to play it. We're going to take a listen to it.
Intro, 2, 3.
So here's the riff that I want. So basically, I want where it starts again. 2, 3, 4. So right about there at the 13 is where I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to, again, click over here and right-click, set 111 here. Now remember, we also need to do the same thing in the cues. So I'm going to go at 13, click, and then I'm going to right-click and set 111 here. So basically, that means now the cues and the track are going to start at the exact same time. Now that I have that done, I'm going to go back to my track. And what I want to do is I want to create some kind of a fade in between this area and when the actual instruments start coming in. So I don't get this very abrupt sound, which sounds just like this. So again, I got something fading out. I got that little shaker kind of thing going on. It just doesn't sound good when I just play it. So what I need to do is I need to bring the track in maybe gradually into this spot where that next beat hits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to the left and click on the E, which is the envelope box. And over here, pretty much set to default is the volume. Now if I look over here, this little red line, when I go on it, you can see it basically turns red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set markers on spots where I want to edit the track. So I'm actually going to put one over here on the one where we're starting, and then when it actually kicks in, it's right about over here. So now that I got these two markers, all I have to do is basically click on one of these little dots, and I can drag this down. So depending on how much of a fade I want, in this case, I just want something really short just to be semi-smooth and work right into where this kicks in. So now when I play the track, it actually should kind of kick it in right over at this spot here. Again, you can hear maybe it kind of has a little bit of a gradual come in with the shaker and stuff like that. But it's way better than having it just being very abrupt. At this spot, too, your guitar is probably fading in, or maybe your keyboard player, whatever. So it will hide that when you click it and you get this kind of sound. Again, you can make it more abrupt if you want to, but I think that's kind of a nice little fade there. One other thing you can do too, especially when you have like a longer fade and you want things to build up a little bit, is if you hold the Option or the Alt button on your keyboard, and then I go to the line, you can see whenever I hit it, I get this little curve to the right of my cursor. What that basically does is when I click, hold it, and pull up or down, I can make a nice little bend in this. So I can actually make a little more of a gradual or a nice fade into it too. Again, this is such a small fade, it's not going to make much of a difference, but you can hear it's a little smoother. So something like that would be a really good choice to do on this particular song. So now when I play it again, I'm going to let it go through to where the verse starts. It should just play half of this and then go right into the verse when we need it to.
Verse, 2, 3, 4.
And basically it's perfect for what we are looking for. Again, you can do this at any part in the song. It's actually really easy to do. Like I said, if you want to make those markers a little bit longer, maybe I would put start 111 over here somewhere and fade it in a little more gradually. I can get a little more click in there too as well. But for this case, this is what I wanted. I just wanted to click in for quick, and then the band starts right in. So really easy way to do this. You could still add other tracks and everything else, and it's only going to affect this one track that you clicked on. Again, we do not need to do this fade on the cues because no one else is hearing the cues, number one, but also two, we want to hear the cues and we want to hear when they count on in. Obviously, there's no count in for this particular spot because it wasn't on the cues track, but you can always change the track, add that in there if you want to. But again, this is a really simple, easy way you can do this on the fly. If you just want to cut a song a little shorter at the beginning or at the end, you could do the same thing at the end of the song. And if I just want to fade it out, let's say 55 or something like that, I just click on the line once, and then I'll pick another spot. Like let's say it's 63 or something like that. I'm just going to pull it down, and I got a nice little fade out. But then too, if I hold Option and then I pull this down, I can get a nice little smoother fade going on there too. So the track would actually cut out at a certain spot wherever I designed it to. So if I wanted the song just to be a verse and a chorus or something, I can take the track out really easily. So really super easy way to do this. This is a little more advanced, but you guys are getting better at this, so I know you can do it. So have fun and explore your other options that you can do in Ableton Live.